you're such a professional businesswoman, but I love this side of you when we're at like a KTV and you're just like, what's up? Like, put on a song you love. We're going to get it. We're going to rock it.
Yeah. I love to sing. I would just go to KTVs in Taiwan. Go to KTV and rock it out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show today. My name is John Drummond, or Yang Haoen.Hello,
大家好，欢迎各位再度来到 NG 英文，我是 Angela。We
have a great episode for you today with my good friend Denise, who is joining us to share about her journey of being a woman in crypto.
没错，今天的来宾是一位少数有在加密货币产业里面发展的优秀女性 Denise， 而且特别的是啊，她也是我们曾经有学过的这个字 Third Culture Kid 第三文化小孩哦。
My guest today is a third culture kid growing up in America, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. She is a marketing manager and biz developer, a lover of cryptocurrency, NFTs, and tech, a pioneer for women joining the cryptocurrency and blockchain community, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome my good friend, Denise.Hi. What's up, gangsta?
Nothing much.
Denise, welcome to NG 英文. I'm so thrilled to have you here because you are, in my mind, one of the most badass women in crypto, and you've been rocking, your crypto knowledge and blockchain knowledge since 2018. So I can't wait to share your story and what you're up to in the world of blockchain and crypto.Oh,
for sure.
So can you give a brief kind of introduction about who you are and what you do?
Okay. I'm Denise. I recently started working at this NFT marketplace called Refinable. They're based in Hong Kong. They recently just launched their IDO, and now we're looking for a lot of content creators to come on board. I work particularly in marketing and BD, and we're constantly looking for brands and partners to come collaborate.Yeah,
awesome. So there's a lot of good stuff to talk about in this space right now. And I think we should start with maybe a little bit of your kind of introduction. So when did you get involved with, let's say, blockchain and crypto and kind of this whole space?
So unofficially, I started in just group discussions with some of my guy friends. Maybe sometime in like 2017. This was before Bitcoin was what it's worth now.And at that time, they were all trading. They were also mining Bitcoin as well. And I was like, what is it that they're talking about? They're like, you know what? If you want to know about it, you got to learn about it. And so they recommended this book called Digital Gold, which I highly recommend for any crypto beginners. And I read this book about the history of Bitcoin, realized that there are no female players involved. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look for a position in crypto. And so around 2018, I started working at a crypto company in Shanghai, doing marketing for them. And that's how I started.
Incredible. I love that you were like, hey, this is a bunch of dudes mining. What does that even mean in the world of CPU?
Yeah.
And here you are now. So fast forward to 2021. What are you up to now within that world?So
at my previous company, we were more of a blockchain as a software as a service company where we provided blockchain solutions to enterprises. What I do now is so different. Like in 2021, I think a lot of the trending topic in terms of like crypto related, blockchain related is NFTs. So right now I work at a NFT marketplace.And for people, what is an NFT marketplace? It's just a place where you can buy something online, but you pay for it in cryptocurrency.
Incredible. Great little breakdown and summary right there. Yeah, so it's kind of an Amazon online, but you pay for it rather than fiat currency. You pay with crypto. Awesome. And you operate, this new company is called
Refinable.
Yeah. And Refinable operates on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. Is that correct?
Yeah, Binance Smart Chain.
Awesome. So within this ecosystem for Refinable, can you take us through kind of what is your day-to-day? What are some exciting projects you're focusing on? And what does the space look like for someone in the NFT marketplace?
I think right now the NFT marketplace is quite saturated with a lot of digital fine artists or let's say celebrities or entertainers who want to sell their unique items online. And so our marketplace is a little bit different, where we are content agnostic, meaning that we don't specify what type of content is minted on our platform. We are very open to all kinds of content from all kinds of users. We actually really promote first-time users to mint on our platform, as we are very easy to use and accessible for everybody. You just need to have a MetaMask wallet, and you can automatically connect to our platform and start buying and selling.
That is so cool. And something really important there, you said, interesting vocab too, of content agnostic. Super powerful word here, as the sense of that is at its core what blockchain is actually trying to do in the decentralized, agnostic, anything goes, unmutable space.
Yeah.
So I love that. Shout out to your company then, because that is actually true to the core of kind of the revolution of, decentralize.
Yeah.
Bring on any type of content creator and let the market decide
exactly.
if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Awesome, Denise. Well, I know you're not necessarily allowed to discuss too many projects, as I'm sure so many things are unfolding. So I was hoping we could focus a little bit today on kind of the female perspective, the female energy in a male-dominated space. So can you share a little bit about what it's been like to be a woman in crypto?
Even in 2018, when I joined that company in Shanghai, what I realized was the only female employees that we had were all in marketing. BD was all guys, tech was all guys, operations was all guys. And then from that point on, I realized that I want to push beyond just marketing. I also think in general, everybody, if you're a marketer, they always associate it with a female, which, you know, sometimes males are also really good digital marketers as well. And so with this current company, that's why currently I do marketing, but I also push it to BD, do more business development, do more partnership related things. Yes.
I think that's so valuable, and it's breaking the mold, and it's more, even in my mind, appropriate for crypto to just break all these molds of like, women do this, men do this. No, that's garbage. You know, we're a decentralized ecosystem now. Women can do everything, men can do everything, and I love that. And so thinking a little bit about the future with your company, or just in the more macro view of crypto and blockchain and NFT space, what do you envision is the future?
That's a really good question. Okay. My hope for blockchain and just cryptocurrency in general is that in the future, everybody will be able to understand and to use cryptocurrency or blockchain in their daily life. It's actually, it's not, I'm not saying that it's difficult to understand. I just think there's a lot of new vocabulary to learn. That for a lot of people, it seems very intimidating. But once you get past the vocabulary, actually, blockchain and cryptocurrency is quite simple. Yes, there are a lot of technical aspects about it, but if you just focus on the core function of what blockchain is, it's very easy to understand, and it's easy for you to understand. So I really highly recommend people to learn about it. There are a lot of available content online of people explaining it. A lot of big platforms also have their own articles that explain it. So definitely, if you have the time, you should learn it on your own. So the next time somebody talks to you about cryptocurrency or you hear it on the news, just Google it. All of the answers are there.
The World Wide Web.
Yeah.
No doubt. And I think, you know, what's so cool is that seems to be a lot of our generation right now. Like all of our friends kind of just dove in, you know, somebody was like, hey, you should probably read this book. And you did, and look at you now.
Yeah.
And I just love that kind of hands-on approach to things.
大家还记得上个星期我们讲到这个 NFT 是什么吗？就是 non-fungible token 非同质代币。好，那在今天访谈一开始的时候，来宾 Denise 提到说，他目前就是在香港的一间 NFT 性质的那个公司服务，主要呢是负责行销跟商业开发的部分。这边这个行销啊跟商业开发的英文说法，不知道各位听众朋友晓不晓得？好，如果有常听我们节目的话，或是念过商学院的，大概都不陌生。那如果不清楚也没有关系，行销呢是 marketing。没错，就是市场的英文 market 后面加上 ing 就可以了。那商业开发或是商业发展的话，可以说 business development。 好，也就是刚才前面 Denise 提到的 BD。另外这边补充一个是今天没有提到但是也很常见的研究开发部门，我们一般通常都是用 RD 来表示，也就是 Research and Development。所以现在你在公司如果听到一些人家讲说那个 RD 的谁谁谁啊，你现在就知道是 Research 跟 Development 的缩写。那再来他提到说，当初接触到比特币，在认识它的整个发展历史的时候啊，发现好像怎么整个产业里面都没有女生所以就下定决心要来这个圈子里面找工作，当一个也可以跟比特币交手的女性。那在1年左右之后呢，也真的成功达到目标，在上海的一间加密货币公司做行销，也进而让他接轨到现在在香港的 NFT 公司工作。那讲到这个部分的时候，有提到 mining 这个字。好，它不是我们一般现实生活中矿工们在矿场努力挖矿采矿的意思而是指那些专门在做比特币交易的人在线上透过电脑而取得比特币的意思因为比特币像金矿一样价值连城嘛，所以大家就把这样的动作叫做 mining 挖矿，就是你取得比特币就跟你在挖矿挖金矿一样这样。另外一个大家可能也比较陌生的字是Binance Smart Chain 币安智能链。好 Binance 它是一间中国的加密货币交易所，不是什么奇怪单字，大家如果有兴趣的话待会可以上网去查查相关资料，我相信会比我这个外行人的解说来得更清楚更详细。好，那之后他们不是有提到说目前在 NFT 市场其实已经算有点 saturated 有一点饱和了吗？很多都是专业艺术家或是知名艺人在上面卖他们的东西，所以呢他们公司就改走一种 content agnostic 的路线，好来吸引各种投资人各种拍卖项目。是说这个 content agnostic 是瞎回了是什么意思啊？Content 是内容嘛，大家大概都已经知道了。那 agnostic 在这里有跨平台的意思，所以就是说 Denise 他们公司不只是接受某一特定族群的人脉的特定项目而已，而是每一种各式各样的都接受，就像这样说的 anything goes， 不管什么都可以，敢放到平台上我们就敢收这样子。接着 Denise 她不是分享到女性在这领域所扮演的角色跟她对未来的一些希望吗？她发现好像公司很多都是女性在做行销，其他像是开发研发或是像业务营运等等都是男性居多，所以呢为了要改变这个现象，她就慢慢朝商业开发前进，也希望呢未来大家可以对加密货币有更多的认识，而不要去排斥或是因为觉得好像太难了不想去多了解，因为一旦你把相关术语都弄懂了，就会发现这个货币的整个概念真的都不难懂。那讲到这里的时候有一个片语我们来听一下，To get past something。 好，它有一种我们讲的过了跨过通过的意涵在，所以他刚刚说 Once you get past the vocabulary， 就是在表达一旦你跨过了单字那一关，一旦你把单字术语都弄懂了的意思。好啦，那这段内容就先到这边告一段落，我们赶快继续来听下半段的分享吧。
So Denise, if we can also kind of think about another aspect of this, as you are such a awesome woman in the space, but you're also using language. You are bilingual, so which is so beautiful because I believe, the crypto space right now needs more languages involved.
Yeah.
Right now it's still English is the primary dominant language, but you speak English fluently and Mandarin fluently. So what has it been like for you as you've kind of navigated that space within the crypto world for English and Mandarin?
So being bilingual really helped at my previous company based in Shanghai, where I had to communicate a lot with the China local team, but then also communicate with our global team that was based in Europe. And so it helped that I was able to kind of be that middle person to communicate between the two groups. And so at that point, I realized it was really essential to understand not just like crypto and blockchain related terms, both in English and Chinese, but also just in general in terms of working and communicating with with your coworkers. It was important to be bilingual.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And can you help kind of shed a little light? Have you found, is there different mindsets when you're thinking about crypto and blockchain within the Mandarin space versus English?
It's really interesting because I feel like for a lot of Western countries, when they communicate with a Asia team or a China local team, they often have a lot of roadblocks in terms of like miscommunication. And it doesn't help that a lot of these people who start crypto companies are engineers. So they are not the most, what word am I trying to think of? They're not the most flexible in terms of communication skills. Yeah. They're used to coding where,
Right.
you know, it's 0 and 1s. Everything is very black and white. And so in an Asian society where, you know, 0 and 1s are so uncommon, it's sometimes if things are said too literally or too directly, they often feel very hurt or they also get lost in translation. And so maneuvering between both languages and different types of communication styles was also a challenge.
I can imagine. Yeah, you know, because I know what it's like living in Taiwan doing that. And sometimes I want to be direct.
Yeah,
but I'm
exactly.
like, wait, no,
You
that's
can't,
my
yeah.
Western mindset. I
Yeah.
gotta chill and, you know, let's have some tea and discuss it a little bit more, you know, holistically. I think that's a beautiful perspective. And thinking back though, can you share a little bit about your journey? You know, what was the story of Denise? I believe you said you were born in New Jersey, lived in New York for a little while, and then traveled all over the world. So can you share about that journey?
I would say I'm pretty much a third culture kid where I was born in the States, but then within a year, our family moved to Hong Kong. I lived in Hong Kong for 5 years and then moved back to the States, went to public school for 4 or 5 years, and then moved back to Taiwan and was in Taiwan for around 8 years. And in terms of college and education afterwards, was in New York, and then realized that I enjoyed being in Asia more. So I started working in Shanghai after that. And I think Chinese was not something that I was that fluent in the very beginning. English was my first language, it's my native language. And coming back to Taiwan, I didn't really speak much Chinese. At school, we didn't speak Chinese either. It was an English focused school. And so I really learned Chinese on my own. I didn't have tutors. Tutors didn't work on me. It was just really boring. I love to sing. Starting in middle school, I would just go to KTVs in Taiwan. And that's how I learned my Chinese, because I would need to sing. I would need to know what's going on, like what are the lyrics. So I would then memorize the lyrics first at home. And then I'd go to KTV and rock it out. And so after years of KTV experience, years of just watching, the best part of Taiwan is most of the news or the TV channels that you watch have Chinese subtitles. So then you just put 2 and 2 together and you'll be able to see you'll be able to understand Chinese without actually having to like force yourself to memorize. And on top of that, to add another layer, I was quite tech savvy. So I was very interested in Korean dramas. Or any type of like TV dramas. And the Chinese websites were always the fastest at getting subtitles out. So I then had to download those episodes back when there was like LimeWire, torrent P2P.
Yeah.
And I was able to recognize and associate simplified Chinese as well. And so that also helped a lot when I started working in Shanghai, because I already had prior quote unquote reading knowledge, or I was able to read and write simplified Chinese because of my love for Korean dramas. So that's a little short summary of how I really started to improve my Chinese.
That is such a great, summary too, because I have gotten to sing with you. We've had some rap battles.
Yeah.
You are, first of all, you have a great voice.
Oh, thank you.
But you just have such fun energy when you're, you're such a professional businesswoman when we're talking right now. But I love this side of you when we're at like a KTV and you're just like, what's up? Like, put on a song you love. We're going to get it. We're going to rock it.
Yeah.
And I love to hear, you would look up lyrics and memorize them.
Yeah.
And so you could go and perform in front of your friends.
Exactly. The perfectionist in me is like, I can't slip up in front of my friends. They can't see me slip up.
No,
so
you gotta.
I practice at home first. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And it's such a beautiful mindset that you have. You were saying that you didn't learn really well with tutors, and so you had to figure out ways that worked for you. And it seems like kind of this has been the theme, the underlying tone of your life. What's Bitcoin? I'm going to figure it out, you know, and like, what's this song mean? I'm going to figure it out. What's this Korean drama saying? I'm going to figure it out. Awesome. Can you think of anything else that maybe helped you along your language journey that's now you can apply it to your work within the blockchain and crypto space?
Okay, that's a good question. I would say you just have to listen to, let's say I want to improve my Chinese, I guess, jargon for cryptocurrency, because there's a lot of words that even though I understand in English, I don't know how it's translated into Chinese. And so what I would do is I would look for either interesting articles that are written in Chinese, or what's even better, a podcast. And I would just try to find one that I thought was amusing and then listen to that to try to slowly pick up the vocabulary of how to say these things. And once you hear it a lot of times, then you just try to add it into your everyday conversation. And then naturally, the more you practice, the more fluent you will become. And so that's that's one tip I have for everybody who wants to use or to have vocabulary in crypto or blockchain related conversations.
Yeah, and I think that's such great advice. And we seem to be having a lot of crypto related conversations these
recently,
days.
Yeah.
As the whole market is all over the place. But I think it's very healthy. It's a good cycle, but we're not going to get into that. But awesome, Denise. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on NG英文. I'm so grateful for all the things that you're doing. You know, you're paving the way for women in tech and crypto and blockchain, and using your language along the way. So much respect to your journey.
Thank you.
And the question I like to end with on the show here is, if you could go back and talk to a younger Denise, would there be any advice you give yourself about language, life, crypto, NFTs, anything?
To be more open. Yeah. That is the number one thing that I would recommend to my younger self, is just to be more open. And if there's any interesting opportunities, don't reject them because you are afraid of the unknown. That's one thing that I recently discovered about myself. I actively tried to learn about blockchain and crypto because of the ego of, oh, I don't know this thing. Okay, then let me prove to you that I can learn about it. But now that I've actually been in this space, I realized that, yes, ego is what pushed me into really learning about blockchain. But I think that constant question of why, and accepting that blockchain is always evolving, crypto is always evolving. There's always going to be something there that you don't know. And so to be humble and to accept that there's always things that you need to question why and to research on your own. So even now, like with NFTs, I'm learning so much stuff every day about NFTs. There's always something new. And so now it's just to be humble and to be open about any kind of possibilities.
Woo! I love it when you go deep. And yeah, you know, it's been so cool because as I've gotten to know you over the past few months, I have really seen this growth. Yeah. And I'm so grateful to get to be a part of that journey with you and see more of your life with some of our close friends. And I love that full circle of, you know, ego pushed you in, and ego's helpful for that, but understanding to stay humble and keep growing, and understanding kind of to keep checking yourself along the way. Love it. And congratulations on your new job with Refinable. And shout out to all your team doing all of that. I can't wait to see what you guys build. So can people find more of your life online? Maybe where can they hear you singing? Where can they find Refinable online?
Well, unfortunately, my own personal social media accounts are private. So you can see me if John ever, tags me in his stories, which sometimes he reposts my stories. Sometimes he does. But in terms of Refinable, we have an Instagram, we have a Medium, we have a Telegram and a Twitter. But for any type of announcements, I think Telegram is the best way to go. Yeah. So just check out our website, which is refinable.co, or you can check out our marketplace, which is app.refinable.com.
Awesome, Denise. Well, thank you so much for making time today, and I will talk to you real soon.
Yeah.
第二段开始呢，他们提到了 Third Culture Kid 第三文化小孩 Denise 她的语言学习过程跟长大后这项双语优势给她在工作上带来的助力。好，因为她之前的公司除了在上海以外，在欧洲也有团队，所以常常呢她都会需要扮演两边东西方沟通的桥梁，传递重要讯息。而且因为东西方本来文化国情就不同嘛，那沟通方式也不一样，西方比较直接一点，不像亚洲这边我们可能就是相对的婉转，尤其是他们在这个领域的同事很多都是工程师相关背景的人，思绪呢就又更一板一眼，黑白分明，所以有时候就会因为这样的差异而在沟通上产生一些障碍。不过也是因为这些文化上的差异，让 Denise 更加体会到沟通跟语言的重要。至于我们讲的障碍，在访谈里他用的字是 roadblock。 好，这个字它原本是指马路上警察被放的那一些路障，但是像在这种时候呢，就也可以把它做延伸，用来表示无形的障碍。另外这个一板一眼，黑白分明，它的英文说法呢，就是刚刚他提到的这个black and white， 这是从片语 see things in black and white 来的，就是看事情很黑白分明这样。只是要小心哦，在用这句片语的时候要注意，因为它也有黑白照片的意思，所以要记得观察前后文，才不会误解人家在讲什么。再来 Denise 分享到的是她的成长过程。好，本来是在美国出生，但是不到1岁家里就又搬到香港。那到香港之后不是就没了，而是之后又继续在香港、美国跟台湾3地之间移动长大。不过虽然香港和台湾都是有住过，但是英文其实还是算他的母语，因为他念的学校都是以英文为主要沟通语言，所以后来搬回台湾住的时候花了不少时间练习，常常呢都会上 KTV 唱歌练中文，加上我们电视节目也都会有字幕嘛，中文字幕，所以也帮他在认字这部分加强了不少。而且因为他本身电脑就很不错，然后自己也很爱看韩剧，在发现中国那边都很快就会把韩国影片上中文字幕之后，就常常都会去上网抓影片来看，也进而呢帮助他早就熟悉读简体字。或者是像他现在虽然说中文能力有了，但有些跟加密货币相关比较专业的那些行话，可能英文知道怎么讲，但是翻成中文就还是有困难。而且这也不是说看个韩剧或是唱歌就可以解决的，所以他就会从中文的相关文章去学，或是听音频节目，从中呢去听，去习惯中文的相对说法。因为你一样是语言嘛，你听多了也就会不自觉的慢慢加入到自己的词汇里面，大脑就会把它学起来了。这边讲的电脑高手啊，有一个很道地的说法，大家可以把它记起来，就是 tech savvy。 好， tech T-E-C-H它是 technology 科技的缩写。好，那 savvy 是能力或是理解力，所以两个放在一起就是我们说的电脑高手，就是你电脑很行很通这样子。另外一个字是行话或是专业术语，我们可以说 jargon。 像电脑术语的话就是 computer jargon。 好，不是 dragon 不是龙哦，是 jargon。最后 Denise 提到说，她希望以前的自己可以更敞开心胸一点，好，要勇于去接受新事物，而不要因为好像就是一个未知，所以就把自己封闭起来，不去尝试这样子。那在讲到这边的时候，她用来形容勇于接受新事物的字是 open， 就是希望自己可以更 open 一点， open to new things。好，那希望大家都有从这次的内容学到一些东西。对加密货币有兴趣的听众朋友，等一下赶快去研究它的相关资讯吧。
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace. All right. Well, that is our NG 英文 show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now Spotify. You can search NG 英文, or you can search on IG, NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7 and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
好啦，今天的节目就到这边告一段落啦，感谢各位的收听，别忘了订阅我们的 Spotify 还有 YouTube 频道哦。那喜欢我们节目的话，也要记得到 Instagram 到 IG 上追踪我们哦。如果各位有什么其他问题是想要问来宾的，也请欢迎在底下留言告诉我们，我们一定会想办法帮你问到手。好啦，那就下周在空中相会咯，拜拜。